Hello everyone, I am Emily Weber from Position Music. With me here, the very talented and amazing pianist, the great James Dooley.
Hello everyone.
So we're here for the composer series. You probably caught the last one with Joe Blankenberg, and of course there were lots of requests to hear some words from you. He just put out an album through Position Music called Untold, and you can find that on our website or in the iTunes store. It's a beautiful, beautiful album, and I work at Position Music and handle trailers and ads there, and so typically when I have an idea for an album, I usually will go to our composers and be like, I want to do this, but it was really intriguing that actually originally I think Jim kind of came up with the idea for this album, but I had been thinking it at the same time, so we were in cahoots. But tell me what inspired you to write this album and to do this for us.
Well, you know what? I really wanted to take a new look at doing trailers. So many times I've done, I think the 3 previous albums that I had done for Position, the first, Volume 2,
Wonderstruck.
Well, I guess then also there was the Christmas album, which are very aggressive, very intense pieces. And I wanted to take a little bit more of a sober look at it and go, like, can I do the same thing, but with more melodic and more expressing traditional emotions.
Yeah.
That I think could be a bit more universal and less.
It's a very romantic album too.
Well, that's exactly. And also, writing these trailers, it hurts my ears to do them.
Does it?
Because it's like
too much.
Because the only way that you can know if you're doing it right is to do it at volume. It's really hard to write loud music at a soft volume. There's only so many people that I know that can do that, and so just having all that air, it wears on your ears. So if you're going to commit to something, you really want to do it with passion. So I did this slowly, I guess over about a year.
Yeah.
As we kind of went back and forth trying to
That's right.
figure out
We've been working on it for a year.
The best approach, because it took a little bit of time to finesse this.
Yeah.
And not. It's not generic action music. It's something very specific and very emotional. And so it just took a lot of time.
And we did record this album in Bratislava, correct?
That's right, Bratislava, Slovakia.
Yeah, and it was just beautiful the way it turned out. I'm really happy with the album, so I know that our fans are really happy with it too. So, how long have you been film composing for? How many years has it been now for you? And how did you get your start? And what inspired you? Was there a particular film or score that just, oh my God, that's exactly what I want to do in life when you heard it? Or how did you get your inspiration and your start?
It's a good question. I think that it's similar to how people become infatuated with wine or food. There's a bottle that did it for you. What was the bottle? What was the meal that got you into cooking? For me, what got me, I've been playing music since I was 7.
Piano?
Playing guitar.
Oh, guitar.
And then I realized, I'm like, this is going to get you nowhere. Unless you're like one of the top 10 people in the world. And
so many guitar
then it's
players,
like,
yeah.
Really, it's a really hard instrument
So
to make
switched?
a living on. So I really did it for it was more of like a control thing, where if you go to a party or you're working with musicians and it's like, hey, so what song is like? Well, the chords go like this, and then the melody's like this. The percussion with the piano, I could be like, this is how it goes. This is all the parts, and you're like, I understand. For communicating stuff, it was the best thing for me. Instead of guitars, it's a bit more limiting for having to do multiple things at the same time.
Yeah.
But the movie that did it for me was Danny Elfman's Batman score.
Was it?
But it wasn't.
That wouldn't have been my guess.
But it wasn't, I swear to God, it wasn't his music in the movie, to the movie, that did it for me. It was a short film that I saw in high school, a friend of mine made. He rolled a cue ball down the hall at really high speed to put the camera on the floor. And so you would have this cue ball come these really great angles, really slowly you'd see it, and then it would whiz past, it looked just like a really fast car movement, but it was really just a cue ball. And he put Danny's score to it. I was like, this is the most interesting cue ball I've ever seen. And I'm like, this is what I want to do with my life. Like, if I can do something like that,